Traveling Pills.
We had an episode recently, a couple of episodes recently. And when I say recently, I mean in October.
Yes.
That either the sound wasn't the best quality or
The video
wasn't the best quality, and
or
it
things
was
cut out or did weird things.
And it was the day that we went to the Glebe House.
Yes.
And the 1754 house.
Yes.
And the Guntown Cemetery. And I am not saying something decided to hitchhike home with us.
No.
But I'm not saying that something didn't either.
Yeah. Even if something didn't, like...
It didn't stick around.
It didn't stick around. Gloria, or it was Gloria in your house.
Well, okay, so here's this. The next time we're filming in my house is December, right? It's December.
December, yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see if we have all these technical issues again.
Yeah.
Because it could just be Gloria. But she is so, like, quiet and does very subtle hauntings.
Right.
That I don't feel like it was her. But it could have been. At the same time, something may have followed us. Didn't stick around.
No, it didn't stick around.
But was curious as to what we were doing.
Yeah.
And we were talking, which we have not posted yet.
No.
So we'll have to do a cutting of that.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the notes. We were unless it's in the Guntown episode, which is coming up. I think it's in the Guntown episode.
I think it might be too, yeah.
So either if this comes out after the Guntown episode, then it's in the Guntown episode. But we believe, communicating with a child in the cemetery.
In the cemetery, yeah.
And so it's possible this child came with us because they were curious.
Yeah.
I have had nothing since.
No.
So I don't think they stuck around. But one, you forgot your charger. That I'm just going to say was you.
Well, it wasn't that I forgot my charger.
I thought you did.
I brought the wrong one. I have two identical chargers.
Oh.
And one is for the light and one is for the camera.
And you grabbed the light.
And I grabbed the light one because they're...
So we didn't have the charger for the camera.
Yeah.
And then the camera that was fully charged.
Fully charged. That normally will
fully charged.
And my camera fully charged, will last a full 12-hour day.
And we didn't use it in the cemetery. We didn't take it with us to the Glebe House or to the 1754 house. So fully battery charged camera died on us.
Yeah.
And we had only been filming for an hour.
Yeah, and normally it lasts, like, no joke, like
12 hours. Yeah, so we'd only been filming for an hour, so there was that. And then we didn't have the charger for it.
Right.
And I know Jen was with us that day, and she was looking to see if her charger would work, which it didn't.
No.
So, and then we had our phones going, which couldn't keep batteries that day either.
Yeah, like your phone decided that it was going to die, so then I put mine on, and then my phone decided it was going to die. Then your phone got full, even though it wasn't full.
Even though it wasn't full, it was telling us that all the memory was used, and we were looking at it. Jen was looking at it.
Yeah.
And it's fine. My phone is fine. I did a reset and everything.
Yeah.
And then we had mics on us, just because we didn't do it this time, but we had these little mics on us just to see how the sound quality was through our phones, and for the most part, it was good.
Yeah.
And I know you're going to leave this bit in, or you will have left this bit in, but somewhere in there you can edit it in, because I believe it was on the Guntown. But we are talking. I have no inclination of knowing that my mic is going, and I just stop and look at you and go, our mics are dead.
Yeah. And then if you look back at the video, your mic is not dead. As you say, our mics are, and then it cuts off.
It dies the minute you say
dead.
Our mics are dead.
Yeah.
It was I'm getting chills again.
The timing of it?
Is this going off? No. I don't understand, Jen. We are not alone in this room right now. I think we need a better EMF reader.
Maybe.
Because I don't believe that.
Or they just don't like the EMF reader.
They might not like it, but I am telling you that we're not alone in this room right now. So that day, it was just like one thing after another. And I know you could say, oh, coincidence.
It was just so many things wrong. Your phone wouldn't send me the files.
My phone wouldn't send you the files. When you went to upload them, while they did work, they were all blank
Right.
on your computer.
Yeah. Then when
Like the image of what it was blank, not it was
It
blank.
wasn't even blank. It was like it had been distorted.
Yeah.
But then when you opened it, they played
was
fine.
fine.
It was
Yeah.
just the thumbnails had like, it looked like a negative image almost.
Yeah.
Which I have
Have
no
you
idea
seen
why.
anything in the footage when you were editing?
No.
No.
No, it's a
And
short
you
answer.
said
I
you
didn't like
You
scour
haven't finished
it though.
editing the Guntown.
I haven't finished
footage.
Guntown yet.
Yeah,
though.
so maybe.
Yeah, I haven't gone through.
And I
all
haven't
of that
even
yet.
looked at the Guntown photos yet, so I need to go through those.
I haven't gone through all of those yet, but I've gone through some of them.
I'll have to look through them. Yeah, it was just.
It was just like at the.
Here's the other thought too, because we also went to that shop.
Oh, the metaphysical.
The metaphysical shop. So there could have even been something there, like, who are these? Because we were very into all of them. Like, we thought they were awesome people. It's a cute little shop. What was it called?
I can't remember.
Ruby Tree?
We follow them now. I think it's Ruby Tree.
Is it Ruby Tree?
I think so.
And we were in, where were we? What town were we in?
Where the 1754
Woodbury?
house is. Yes.
Woodbury. So Ruby Tree and Woodbury, I may be butchering their name, but I'm pretty sure they're Ruby Tree.
Yeah.
The staff in there were just great energy.
Oh my gosh, this coolest,
and
nicest
obviously
people.
right away with us, they connected with our energy. So it's possible there could have been even something there that was
and
like
there were
curious.
two, maybe three. There was people going
Readers.
in and out. Readers. There
Yeah,
that
I don't
day.
know what their, I don't know if they were mediums or psychics. They were tarot readers. But I know sometimes, usually, with tarot, a lot of people have some type of. There's more usually.
Yeah, like a psychic gift attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we even talked about this the other day. I'm very good with oracle cards. I'm not good at reading tarot cards. You have to be that right person for tarot reading.
There's a lot of studying that goes into tarot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like and I actually knew somebody in high school who was an amazing tarot reader.
Oh, nice.
She lives out in Colorado now. I don't know if she still practices, but amazing. And she's who got me into it.
Oh, cool.
But I've never been good at tarot reading. But I can do an oracle reading all day long.
Yeah,
I have a set of cards. You have them too, the same ones. And I have other ones I have since gotten that I really enjoy, but my original angel cards are my favorite.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there could have been even someone from the shop,
That's true. I didn't even think
was
of
just
that.
a little curious about us. Yeah, it could have been a coincidence, fine, whatever. It didn't feel like it.
No, and we did buy stuff at the shop, so it's possible that something came home with us that way.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like, it just kind of...
It didn't feel like a coincidence. Like, everything just kept adding up.
It was just
then
one thing after the other.
My Echo fell. There was no reason for it to fall.
No, it's been there for how long?
And I burnt my hand because I didn't realize it had fell on the hot burner.
Yeah.
And it had been there forever. It's there again now. It hasn't fallen since.
No, it was like a sturdy,
it's like a little, this corner, the picture's gone. But the rest works perfectly fine.
I knew it was going to be fine.
Yeah, it hasn't fallen since.
So weird.
It was so weird. And I haven't had anything but the usual... the dresser. I feel like she likes to open Tim's dresser. She plays with Gloria plays with the things. And she's just such a calm energy in our house. So I don't think it was Gloria. There is part of me that thinks it maybe was the little kid we were.
It felt a little like cheeky and trickstery.
Yeah.
But just nothing. It's not like anything broke.
No.
Or it was just
just one thing after another. And the last straw was when I was like, oh, our microphones died. And when you, legit, it was the freakiest thing. When we looked back, in the minute, you rewound.
Yeah.
And it was right as I said dead, the mics dropped.
Yeah. It was so spot on. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It was real. And what's even weirder, I was thinking about it, is so your mic cuts out on the episode before that.
Yeah, the one where I told everyone, you can still hear it, just turn us up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you said that I think our mics are dead, that was later. So we used it again and yours was fine again.
Yeah, so it was starting to go or something, or the little entity was playing with it. I don't know. But it was the craziest thing. And you probably could just blurb it in somewhere when you're editing.
Yeah.
So people can see it, but.
Yeah, we'll definitely at the very
Yeah.
least post on social media.
Yeah, so
like,
that was a
that
crazy
clip.
day.
Yeah, that was the day we also have to post. You see a moment of it in the episode, but your cat.
Oh yes.
Was underneath the table and,
playing with the ball pit balls.
Yeah, and neither of us could see her.
We didn't realize she was there.
Yeah, and we were talking about a spirit, and all of a sudden the ball just
rolled out. And you hear it roll out because
Yeah.
you don't see it in the footage. And the two of us are just like, and of course Tappan sitting on the other end of the camera being like,
and then
and
I
you're
sat
like, oh, it's your
forward,
cat.
and then I see the cat, and I was like, okay. But we have the reverse angle of where you see the cat, so we'll have to post that.
Oh, you do?
Clip,
Oh, yes, okay.
Tappan took it.
We write it into this because it was just like one of those moments in
Yeah.
the day where it was like everything else was already coming across very haunted.
Yes.
And then that happened, and
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on?
What?
And then we don't have any footage of it, but the next morning we're using the EMF reader in my living room.
That's right.
And it was very active.
It was very active.
It was very active. But I think that was Gloria. Because
yeah, I think so too.
When we
or
were,
maybe Grams.
Or Grams, that's
Yeah.
right. We were like, it could have been Grams or Gloria because
yeah.
of the responses we were getting.
Yeah.
So we'll have to try again. We got to get a second EMF reader.
Yeah.
Put it on the list.
Yes.
When you come up in December.
Oh, yeah.
And then we can, try 2 dual EMF readers, one for yes, one for no.
Yeah.
And then we can also test out, was it that a spirit curious followed us that day?
Right. Like, yeah. Is
Just
it
to see what was going on.
Yeah, because
Or was Gloria and maybe possibly Grams messing with us while we were trying to record?
Yeah, were they just being cheeky?
Yeah.
Because I also feel like I'm really curious to see, like, if it's even active again at all. Like, because then it was like, oh, maybe something did follow us home that day.
Yeah, I don't think they stuck around, though, because nothing's happened at home.
But that's what I mean. Like, I'll be
since.
really curious if it's not active next time we try it.
Then it definitely was that there was a very curious
Little
child,
something.
I think. I'm going with child, because it definitely had that childish,
yeah, just like
silly
felt like
element
little
to it.
pranks,
Yes,
basically.
yes. And like I said, Gloria's typical stuff is like Tim's dresser. She'll play with like the handles. Whoops. She'll play with the handles, or occasionally we'll have like a light flicker in the living room depending on like the conversations we're having. So very subtle things. Very, very.
Yeah, that could be. You're like, is it haunted or is it us?
The only reason why I'm not leaning to is it us is because those don't just, like, you have them on your cabinet. I'm pointing to them. They're behind the camera.
Yeah.
They're like those things you have, like, it's
They're like the
that,
metal handled drawer pulls.
Yeah.
The handle moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you will hear the metal on metal.
Yeah.
Like someone's playing with it.
Yeah. And that's
not
a very
gonna just happen.
No, that's a very distinct noise.
It's a very distinct noise. The lights, okay, you could be like, yeah, electricity, you know. And I just get this feeling, and it's not a negative energy, but it does feel like this is a home she loved very much.
Yeah.
And all the neighbors who are still there, I mean, everyone's starting to move out. They're getting older and they're moving and property's selling, but they're always like, Gloria, Gloria,
Aww.
Gloria.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you could tell she was just a very sweet woman.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so yeah, we will see when we film in December. That stuff won't come out till January.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Is it Gloria or did something actually hitchhike
follow us
that day?
Hitchhiking ghosts beware. Hitchhiking us beware,
yeah.
apparently.
little ghostly child. Yeah. Anyways, as always, we are the Traveling Ghouls.
So hitchhiking ghosts beware. Like, is the cat, is the dog there? And there'd be nothing there. Oh, it was the cat.
Oh,
I literally
God.
thought
Oh my
it
God.
moved on its own. I was like, what just happened?
Oh, you're
It's
not
the
alone.
cat.
You're not alone.